What's up YouTube? Secret Cooper here, and today I'm going to make a tabletop review of all of the full polished ratchets from the major store brands. And I've got PittsburghPro, Power Tour, Craftsman, Stanley, Kobalt, Duralast, and Husky over there in the back. And wait, hold on there, Secret Koopa. What about the older Duralast? What the? Well, this Duralast, the one y'all are more familiar with and definitely one of the more popular ones, doesn't have a quick release, and if we're comparing apples to apples, we can't use this one. Now hold on there, Secret Koopa. Doesn't Snap-on make a quick release ratchet? Why don't you compare that one? True, but that isn't those ratchets like Snap-on, Cornwell, Mako, all those ratchets are on a completely different tier level. You're looking at anywhere from $10 to $30 for any of these ratchets on the table here. And if you're spending like 40 plus on a 1/4 inch drive ratchet, you're on a completely different level. And besides, those tools aren't readily available in a store. So with all that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and jump right on in, starting with this Power Torque. Man, I like this tool already. When I first saw it at the O'Reilly's, I already wanted it. But at the time, I wasn't really into this sort of things, and but I'm really excited to compare it to all these other tools and see where it stacks. It makes it a little more interesting for me. To start it off, it has a 72 tooth gear inside, which makes it very fine, and it has a very nice oval head shape. I really like that. It makes it look very appealing to me. And it is also a righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, so I don't have to relearn this thing. And it has that GM number stamped on it. So I always think that's really cool. And besides that, it ain't gonna break your bank. It's only gonna run you about $10 to $12 depending on the O'Reilly's. Whichever one you go to. It also has a lifetime warranty with a chrome vanadium steel. Moving on to the PittsburghPro. This one is kinda weird. I'm gonna show you that right now because it looks a lot like the Kobalt. A lot like the Kobalt. Like obviously there's some subtle differences. Like the quality is definitely much worse. You can see that's just thicker, bulkier. It's kind of hard to say if it's stronger or not, but it is a lot alike. It has a 72 teeth. It has a righty tight, lefty loosey. This one's also going to run you at a thickness of should be 15/16 of an inch since it resembles the Kobalt. And there we go. Right on the money. It is at the 15/16 mark. So it's going to be quite thick. The really interesting thing about this is that there are absolutely no markings on it whatsoever. Front, back, left, right, top, bottom. So I don't know. Like does have a lifetime guarantee, but I don't know how Pittsburgh can tell you if it's theirs or not. I mean, maybe it's because there's no markings on it. I personally wouldn't use this because PittsburghPro makes better ratchets, and I would probably just go with the better ones. Anyways, moving on to a Craftsman. This is their thin profile ratchet, and thin profile is right. Look at that. This is definitely the thinnest profile ratchet on the table, and the most expensive. This is going to run you about $27 plus tax. So trying to be fair, so just so you can see I'm not cheating, I'm not pressing the button down. So just a snug fit. This is going to be, focus, 3/4 of an inch, almost right on the money. That's amazing. 3/4 of an inch is going to put you against those higher end tools. And with 84 teeth, as stamped on the handle, 84 teeth, this is going to give you an incredible, I believe it's a 4.5, degree to move it with. Every little adjustment is 4.5 degrees, which is incredibly small. Very nice. The handle is also quite comfortable. It has a very stylish paintbrush style handle. Anyway, it is a lefty tighty, righty loosey. So it's kind of confusing for me. I'm used to it being the other way, but anyway, this is how the cookie crumbles. It is a little more on the expensive side, but hey, it does seem to be the lowest profile, so it's kind of a trade-off right there. Price for quality. No price, for the quality. Now, moving on to the Stanley. This one's kind of interesting. Stanley just seems to always go backwards. Like, this is definitely their worst Ratchet yet, besides their round head ones. My dad had some of the older Stanleys that were made in the U.S. Much better. I'd like to start off. This one has like this very stiff push button release, and it's kind of small right here. It's not as comfortable as the other ones, and it kind of digs into your thumb. Like, mine's all covered in paint, but either way, it still digs into it. Very uncomfortable for me. Of course, the teardrop is easy to select as usual, but it only has 52 teeth, which is kinda not that good. It's kinda like a T-Rex with a new paint job, chromey paint job on it. To top it all off, I didn't find anything suggesting that there is a lifetime warranty on it. Besides the Walmart's 90-day money-back guarantee, I haven't found anything suggesting that there's anything more than that. Correct me if I'm wrong, or if there is in your state. It is an alloy steel, so that could be chrome vanadium, but you never know. It is a cheaper Ratchet, so like I said, you never know. Moving on to the Kobalt here. This one is definitely much better than their older ones, like the one I just held out. I'm trying to compare like the better ones, so that's why you don't see the older one on the table. Same thing with the Craftsman. It's like you want to see the best that they've got. So here they are. This one has a offset handle with ergonomic grip style handle right here. Very nice, quite comfortable, and the offset will help your fingers clear those finger cutting obstacles. It does have a 72 teeth, righty tighty lefty loosey, and a nice clean quick release. How low profile is this? This is up against the Craftsman right now because it is the lowest profile, and it is. I still haven't changed this. So this is going to be a hair thicker. You can see I didn't even move it but a little bit. I'm going to show you how much I'm going to show you I'm not cheating by pressing the button down. That's kind of cheating. So there we go. This one is going to run you at a shade over 3/4 of an inch, which is very nice and not as expensive either. So Kobalt did a very good job against the Craftsman right there. Again, 72 teeth will give you 5 degrees of arc swing, and very nice overall. Good job, Kobalt. They always do something good and different. I like different. And speaking of different, moving on to this new Duralast. This one just came out, and that's the only reason why I made it to the table today. It is it's like a micro head, or no, sealed head quick release ratchet, but micro does fit it. Look at that. It's so small. Like, I have a half-inch drive socket half-inch, quarter-inch drive socket, and it practically disappears when it's on this head. It's like, that is ridiculously small. I'm gonna go ahead and give you some measurements on this thing, because this is definitely a step up for Duralast. Quick release, small head, a lot of teeth, much better. Much better. I have to condone them. And they also have one the exact same handle with a 3/8 inch drive on it. Absolutely insane. But the quarter-inch drive is basically the smallest you're going to get. So I think that's the most relevant today. So it is going to fit you just inside of that 3/4 that the Kobalt left us. So it's just in there. You can see I can barely get it on. So I'm going to show you I'm not cheating. So I'm going to go ahead and just move it a hair back more. Tighten it up just so you can see. So that's where it's going to be, measurement wise. This is going to run you again just a hair above the Kobalt, which is, amazing for me. That's really cool. This is also a really nice competitor with that small head. Definitely smaller than the Craftsman. I'd love to see this put into action. By the way, this is a sealed head. I haven't found out how to remove this yet, or even how they're able to get 72 teeth in here. I did count. But anyway, once I find out, I want to make a separate video just on this Ratchet and the series that they've been coming out with from Duralast. Good for a separate video. Finally, and I saved this one for last for a reason, because it is the Husky. Definitely one of the better ratchets that Home Depot has been giving us, but not the best. Like, they moved away from their round head ratchets and started going to these. It's nice enough. It has the 72 teeth, chrome vanadium steel. It meets or exceeds the ANSI standards. But look at this. Look at that. Some laser etching on that little Husky. That is really cool. I just thought that was really nice. But something that stood out to me is this. Turn them over on the back side and you can see that they look very much identical. So much so that you can actually take the guts out of here and put them into this one. So you can actually have an 84 tooth Husky or a 72 tooth Craftsman. It is lighter weight than this, smaller, lighter weight. If you want to upgrade your Husky, maybe you're a die-hard Husky guy, you can buy this. Swap out the guts. I've already done that. Not very difficult at all. Just remove the clip. Everything comes out, and it's just a plug and play. Really interesting. Wasn't really expecting that. Anyway, if I had to pick one of these ratchets, I would honestly be tied between the Duralast and the Power Torque. Power Torque because of the price and the looks. Duralast because of the functionality and the looks. I mean, that is just something else. The trade-off is the price. This one was twice as much as the Power Torque. But I mean, think about it. The O'Reillys are always fairly close by to the AutoZones. So it's just an ongoing battle. You guys can decide for yourselves. Let me know which one you like, which one you're probably going to go to, or what you're leaning towards. Let me know what you want to see in the next video. If you like it, go ahead and like it, subscribe, hit that share button, or you could keep it all to yourself and don't tell anybody. Either way, talk to you guys later.